because when I saw that question, it left me with another question. Like, what does your walk say? Because you can say out of your mouth, oh, you can trust me, sis, or you don't got to worry about it. But the words don't mean nothing if the actions don't follow. So what is your walk saying? Because you're going to expose yourself one way or the other. I don't care what you actually say out of your mouth. Your life is going to expose who you really are. So I think once your walk lines up with the scripture as it should, then people are going to see, you know what, sister so-and-so, I know I can go to her in prayer or whatever like that because I can trust her with this information. Because it's like people say all the time, you know, you expect to come to a church and feel like this is a safe house. But unfortunately, it's not everywhere. You have maybe the few that you can trust and the rest who want to run and tell your business. And that's unfortunate, but that's the reality of things. So at the end of the day, what does your walk say? Does it line up with the word? Or are you just running your mouth and saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but nothing you say is actually true?
And I think also it's important to remember where you came from as well, because a lot of times, just like it was said, you know, none of us are perfect. So there were a lot of times, you know, just looking back over my own personal life, there were a lot of times when I wish I could have went to someone, but because of fear that my business might be put out there, you know, I didn't. And so now that I've grown a little bit in my walk, I want to be that person who I didn't have when I needed to share or when I needed to be transparent, just like you said in the last question. And so I think, you know, remembering where you came from and remember how it feels to sit in the seat of the person who is going through right now or going through currently. And just how God brought you out of it, God can bring them out of it as well. And, you know, I think when we check ourselves, just like it was said, when we check ourselves and put ourselves in other people's shoes. And another thing I want to say as well, you know, the love aspect, I think love is very, very important. And if love is the golden rule, I feel like compassion is platinum rule, because we have to have both love and compassion. Even with the story of the Good Samaritan, you know, I think the scripture even says compassion in one of the versions of the scripture. It says the word compassion. And not only does our love have to be at a certain level, our compassion as well, because compassion is the concern. And when we are concerned about our brother and sister, and when we are concerned about their well-being and about their health, and that they don't stay stuck in where they currently are, when we have that compassion and we're concerned about it, then that's when, you know, changes can be made and they can come up out of that. So I think that us remembering where we came from and knowing that there were times when we were in their same place, and that, you know, that helps us not to beat up our brother and sister, you know, because we've all been in that place, and then also have the love and with compassion that goes along with that as well.